Um, Starscream knows what's up because we have gotten on Voxer, and Starscream is actually part of the buddy read of Oblivion that we're doing. So, but tomorrow, Rick Harsh at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is getting on with me. We're going to do a special live show where we talk books, talk about his press, Corona Samas dot press, and it's going to be very, very fun. Rick is a really cool guy. Me and him have a really cool relationship. We play chess, um, and he hooks me up with good literature, right? That's right. David Foster Wallace's Oblivion. We're doing that. So tomorrow, 2 o'clock, my channel, we're gonna get into that one. Not the book. We're gonna get into the actual press, the operations of the press, being a published author, and what's upcoming for the press. It's going to be very cool. Hey, Brian, nice to see you. Thanks for coming by, brother. And my favorite chess opening, as white, is the Italian opening. I love it, and I played the Queen's Gambit for like 5 years or more. But I've gotten to where I really love. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that, Nathan. I really appreciate that. Is Summer here? I see. Okay, cozy reading with Quaker cats. Thanks for coming by, Summer. Very cool. So, as white, I play the Italian almost exclusively now. But I'll switch it up. I'll play the Queen's Gambit sometimes. Um, as black, I play uh King's Indian Defense. I play just real quiet and real sharp. That's right. I love the Slavic opening. Um, I called it when I used to play that a lot as black. I played it was the center counter game, and I love it. Very cool. Yeah, I've never played the English, and I do like I hate to play against the French. I hate it. It's I lose all the time, you know. So the French is a really tough one to play against for sure. So thank you for coming by, Summer, for sure. I wanted to, here at the beginning also touch on what an amazing group read this has been. Nice, Scott. Nice, Scott. I'll definitely check that out. I'll definitely check that out. So, we have had an amazing time uh reading 100 Years of Solitude and talking on it. Um, there's been some amazing videos that's come out already. Very cool, Yasmin. Uh, very cool. For a long time I didn't know chess openings that by name and stuff like that. But I had a friend that was actually like on the Olympic chess team. There's like an Olympic chess team. And I had met this guy, and he was just a chess freak. And we would sit down and play, and I would play other people like in front of him, and he'd just tell us everything we were doing because there's a name and a variation for like every first five moves that you can make. So he'd just tell us, what we were doing, and I got a lot more knowledgeable after that. Ami has put out two amazing videos now about uh, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, 100 Years of Solitude. It's just fantastic. One of them dropped today. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out if you're a fan of the novel. Um, I put out a kind of a comparison, initial comparison video between uh, 100 Years of Solitude and other examples of magical realism. And then I did a video on a structural analysis of the work. Uh, Summer at Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats has an awesome, just a chatty video about her experience with coming into contact with these characters and this work. And Christy Louise at Dostoevsky in Space has already has already edited her video, but has not posted it yet. Una and Crypto at the Codex Cantina, they will be doing their thing, doing the Codex Cantina treatment on 100 Years of Solitude. And Danny at Spinelli Speaks is the other reader that we have, right? The strongest woman alive. That's right. So I'm looking forward to seeing if there's any other videos to come out as far as analysis is concerned. I know that, of course, Codex Cantina is going to be some kind of analysis with their video. But I'm looking forward to it. But we're going to do a live at the end of the month, so we got like 1 week. So in a week from now, I'm going to do a live. Catan is awesome. That's a great game. Very cool. Yeah. The old man with humongous wings or something is a great short story. It's fantastic, isn't it? So we're gonna do a live. I don't know if everybody will take part in the live, but I'll do the live in a week on my channel. I'm gonna do it here. Hey Melissa, thanks for coming by. Melissa Furman is in the house. I'm not drinking whiskey. I don't do any hard liquor. I used to work at a liquor store, and I have been all through the whole deal with drinking. You know what I mean? And so I don't drink any hard liquor. And so when it comes down to it, it's just a beer for me, if any drinking. Marquez Marquez is nothing like Steinbeck, that's for sure. Um, in my experience, you know. But when it comes down to it, oh no, see, see, see what we've done. See what we've done. Now I have to pull my water out. Steve's in the house. Hey Steve, nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you, brother, for sure. So we've had just an all-star, amazing buddy read with 100 Years of Solitude. The content that has come out of it, I've really enjoyed watching, and I will put links in the description box to um to all the videos in the live when we just kind of wrap it up. You know what I mean? This read along has been awesome. Steve, have you come in contact with this book? Stephen Moore's The Novel on Alternative History. I was hoping you would come by the live just to show, because I was going to show this book. I just got it this week, and I wanted to know if you had come in contact with it and what you thought about maybe what the content is. Hey, Una from Codex Cantina is in the house. Sarah MG reads. Thanks for coming by. Very cool. Yeah, this is a party now, for sure. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Well, of course Steve has read it, but has he really? Because let me tell you, I've already won the Has Steve read it challenge. I have already done that. What? Does Steve Moore really diss Flannery? I doubt it. I don't know about that. So Starscream Live and Thalo Gray at I Ain't Finna Read That. PG I Ain't Finna Read That is the name of his channel. Us three are doing the Oblivion David Foster Wallace. And so I'm probably going to keep on with these analysis videos. We're going to do one a week. So next week will be the second story, which is The Soul Is Not a Smithy. It was really cool, and we're having a great time. We're really having a great time going through and just talking these things out. David Foster Wallace lends himself to a lot of analysis, right? On what basis does he diss Flannery O'Connor? You're going to get me heated, bro. Man, Steve, you are a tomcat, sir. You are a firecracker. Aaron, thank you for coming by, brother. Fantasy and science fiction audiobooks. Um, I don't know what that means. You know, there is definitely oh, thank you, room note. So yeah, I PG, I ain't finna read that, did a video with me going through that first story in the in Oblivion, and we're just gonna continue. I'm gonna continue on my channel. I might have PG, I ain't finna read that on again to do another story. I might get Starscream over here at some point and us tackle another one of the stories or something like that. You should watch it, Yasmin. Very cool. Yeah, you should watch it because it's going to be fun. So Yasmin and I are going through the Borges collected fictions, and she's already left me in the dust because I'm doing other reading and stuff like that. But we are doing I've read the first and haven't got my bearings yet, but I've read the first, A Universal History of Iniquity is what it is. A Universal History of Iniquity is a collection. And then next uh is Fictions. The collection called Fictions. And we're having some fun with that. Thank you, Yasmin, for that. I love buddy reading, and that's just how it goes. So I wanted to run through quickly if I could. Just I love Wise Blood, and not just Wise Blood, but I love The Violent Buried Away. So I wanted to run through. Let's we might first go and I'll go ahead and get my buddy Ben in here. Okay, so this is Ben from Bookshore. Hey, Tom, LA Books. Nice to see you, brother. Thanks for coming by, for sure. I'm loving it too, Yasmin. Hey Ben,
We all
do
good?
we got you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Cool. No feedback or anything?
no feedback.
Dope, dope. How
So
you doing, man?
I'm doing good. So Ben is using the phone just for audio, just to have it a little better like that. So that's why I'm making it a small part of the screen, just because I don't want a third of the screen being taken up by nothing right there.
That didn't just
But
seem that way.
Ben is an awesome booktuber. Ben is a has a channel called Bookshore. Hey Ben, do you want to say something about your channel and like
Yeah,
maybe why you started your channel? Because you're such a new booktuber.
I started because I had nobody else to talk about literature with.
Nice.
And the main impetus of it was like not to get like popular or anything, but just to like talk to people like Noah, it's this cool dude to really know the stuff with literature. And like a reason that we're gonna talk tonight is because I somehow was able to talk to Samuel Delaney and the book he recommended me some books that I asked him for, and me and Noah did a buddy read on one of the books, The Dreaming Jewels. I'm going to talk about it tonight. So I'm just doing it to like push myself. I've been doing a McElroy marathon, and I've put out a book today that I'm going to read in 2021, and I might die from it.
Yeah. That so that is a really cool video that you did.
Oh, thanks.
And the interview that you did to be able to just get on the phone and talk to Delaney and throw all the questions and things that you wanted, and then to get a list of recommendations from Delaney himself as far as just good stuff.
Actually, we did a text interview, so we just emailed him the questions, and like on the
Nice.
phone. Wait, can we cuss on this channel?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, we just shot the shit on the phone and everything, and he would just compliment me as a reader, and I was just kind of sitting there like, how is this happening right now?
Right. Hey Mindy, thanks for coming by the channel and the live. So yeah, man, it's really cool. And you know, same I have the same kind of experience. When I started my channel after a little while, then things just opened up. And there's a lot of conversation.
Yeah,
There's a huge bookish community out there. There really is. But people like chess, we were talking about chess earlier on the live here. You don't know who reads, just like you don't know who plays chess unless you ask them and you say,
right.
"Hey, do you read? And what are you reading right now? And whatever." And a lot of people that are in my real life, when I tell them, something like, "Yeah, I have a channel. I talk about books and whatever," they they tell me that they never expected that I would be a reader. Well,
Interesting.
I've read my whole life, and most of my experience as far as like being able to like understand stuff that didn't happen to me in my life comes from my reading experience. And there's a vast amount of stuff there. And I don't see how it's not apparent that I'm a reader. But when people don't read, they don't know. They just
But
don't know.
well, it's funny you say that because I actually was watching your video. I had to finish it on the Kabbalah, no, the Zohar with 100 Years of Solitude. And like, one of the things that informs my definition of literature, because I have some Jewish identity. I'm not Jewish. I don't practice religion, but like, we're doing Passover because I like to celebrate it. And like, in the Haggadah, it said like the rabbi had a footnote saying like, the importance of literature is so we can experience other people's experiences, because most of the time we're not allowed to do that. So what you said, it's like my definition of literature.
Nice. Right. So we read a book that is a suggestion of from Delaney, and it is Theodore Sturgeon, and
One
it
of his
is
favorite books,
the,
actually.
the Dreaming Jewels. Right. Yeah, this is a cool edition, huh?
Yeah.
The cover's really a trip fest. But So The Dreaming Jewels is a book that also was published under the title of The Synthetic Man.
And they seem like such different titles, but they both make sense when you read the book.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's cool. So I finished the book maybe a week ago, and Ben finished the book
10
like
minutes
just
ago.
now. Like just now.
I thought when I texted you the 6:30 thing, I came back to my phone like, oh crap, it never sent. So I was like, I got 3 pages left.
Sturgeon's Law. Isn't that Sturgeon's Law? It's something that
If something will go wrong, can go wrong, will go wrong.
That I think that's Murphy's Law.
That's Murphy's Law, yeah.
Sturgeon's Law is like it's something about like percentages, like 99%. I forget what it is though. I don't remember. Hey Tom, nice to see you, brother. Yeah, so I tell you, 90% of everything is crap. It's Sturgeon's Law. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. I swear, Stephen Moore disses Flannery O'Connor in my back pages. Is that? I swear to God, man. I love Flannery O'Connor. Okay, we're gonna stay on track. we're gonna try to stay on track. Okay. Do you wanna? Do you want to start this off? Like what this is kind of about, or do you want me to kind of start it off with what it's about? What do you?
Go ahead and give the plot summary because I have two somewhat cringy things to talk about first.
Yeah. Okay. So this is we meet a young kid, a young boy, and he's doing something that is framed as unbelievable. Why would he ever do this? Under the bleachers at his school. And so you would, kind of let your mind think, well, what's he doing? You know what I mean? And he's getting like kicked out of school, and he goes home, and his parents are totally irately upset with him. Can't believe he's done it. And then what he do? He was eating ants.
I thought it was something much worse.
Thought it was something much worse, right? So we already get set up by Sturgeon for something, and then we're like, well, he was eating ants. I mean, like, why? You wouldn't be just like totally irate and crazy with this kid. You would just say, well, why are you doing this? So he doesn't just get a backlash. He gets physically abused and has one of his hands crushed. He has a father, Blewett is his name, is that right? Blewett?
Yeah, adoptive father.
An adoptive father. He's an orphan. We find that. And he gets abused by him right then. And apart from his hand getting crushed inside of a door, what really affects him the most and why he runs away is because his stepfather crushes this toy that he had when he was a little kid, and it is called Junkie, and it's a little Jack in the Box. And the main thing that we find out about this toy is his eyes are very, very cool. Some kind of stones that are very cool. And so our boy runs away. He runs away from house. His name is Horton, but they call him Horty. And so he runs away and he joins a carnival, straight up carny style, man. Jumps on a tractor trailer or jumps on a truck and is embraced by another young man that's on the truck, and it's on. And he joins the carnival and stays there for years. And it's one pretty weird thing. There's a lot of weird things about this novel. But one weird thing is that when he joins the carnival, he has to pretend he's a female. So he changes and wears dresses and changes his gender to a female character for the next, third of the book. I've gone
it's like a
through.
15-year period, isn't it?
Yeah, well, not 15, because he's like 10, right?
But he keeps himself in that form, and like the other character's hair starts to gray and everything.
That's right. And he is like 20 or something when he comes out of the carnival.
Yeah, because he takes 8 months to become an adult.
Right. Well, okay, so after that, after the carnival, then we see Horty like go from being the way that he has been the whole time that he's in the carnival, kind of like a midget. He gets embraced by these two midgets, and they and he stays the same size that he's been. And then he leaves the carnival. We'll get to that in a minute as to why he leaves the carnival. But he leaves the carnival, and then after that, over an 8-month period, he becomes an adult. He becomes an adult man, and there's this kind of transformations going on. It's really really weird. There's definitely a lot of bearded women and fishmen and all kinds of weirdness going on in this story, for sure. So I think Ben left me. So the guy
started calling.
it's all good. The guy that's running this carnival, the guy that's in charge of it, is called the Man Eater, right?
Yeah.
You want to say something about the Man Eater?
He reminds me a lot of the figure in Blood Meridian, the main villain kind of guy. He's just an a-hole. And at first you see like, oh, he's just an a-hole, he's just a rough ass guy, but then you realize like he's doing all these research because he finds 2 jewels that makes duplicate trees, and whatever you do to one tree happens to the other. And I don't know how much you want to get into spoilers for the ending, but from that, it's he's doing a lot of different research, and he becomes, I guess, Machiavellian in a sense, in that he does not care what he does to achieve his ends, and his ends are very specific. And everything Noah said, like, that's kind of how it's laid out in the book, and you're like, what the hell's going on? It all kind of accumulates at the end, and there is a sound, quote-unquote, logical reasoning for it. But the thing Sturgeon does is he does a beautiful job of introducing all these absurd elements and then bringing it all together, and also making twists and turns, and you start thinking like, oh, is it this thing? But wait, no, it's actually this thing. So, and he does a really great job with it. But the Man-Eater just runs the carnival. It turns out later that he's killed other carnies. He's killed another carny, and just for being mad at them, just because he. How much do you want to spoil, Noah?
Oh, okay. Let's just ease into it. I don't want to spoil the ending, because it really is a well done, a well told story that is so is so enjoyable of a read. Okay, yeah. But I do want to. I mean, we can just say what's going on is like this Man Eater, who is actually, they call him Man Eater, but his name is Monatre. It's like French. Monatre. Yeah. And so, but that's how they pronounce his name, is Man Eater. And he's a complete heartless villain. I mean, he's heartless. But what he's found is he finds these stones that aren't stones at all. And what they do is they can replicate something. They can create something. They are an alien life form. He finds an alien life form here on Earth. And this is alien life form. This is a first contact story in a way that has not been done before, because this alien life form is not antagonistic to us, and it is not helpful to us. This alien life form does not care about humans, doesn't care about anything. We don't even know what this life form cares about, right?
It's almost like the alien life form in the movie Annihilation. I don't know if you saw that, but it's much less destructive. It's just kind of like, oh, we make good copies, but we don't give a crap. Like Like they even compare like humans to almost like CO2 or something like that, or carbon.
Right. So these alien life forms, yeah, I love the Southern Reach trilogy, the whole trilogy that Jeff Vandermeer did with Annihilation, Authority, and Acceptance. It's amazing, a great work, and it is like that very much in a way because these aliens they just okay. That's why it's called the dreaming jewels because these jewels they dream their creations. And their creations are whatever. They're perfect, they're imperfect most of the time, or whatever. So what Maneater wants is nobody knows how these things act, but he wants a middleman. He
Yeah.
wants some kind of synthetic being that's created from the jewels that can show him how to communicate with the jewels to get him to 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 let him do stuff and control them.
Damn. So I just saw Steve's comment.
Yeah, it's
also,
all about
not to spoil anything, but with the Maneater, I think it's like the coolest reverse twist I've ever seen in something like that in movies or literature. Like there's a really cool reverse twist. I won't spoil it, but when it happens, I'm like, oh crap.
200 pages. That's what this story is. Okay, it's a novella. It's not a long work at all, and it is a very very strong piece of storytelling. It also I wanted to touch on definitely touch on. You got some great. I'm gonna make yours bigger real quick. Can we do that? Can I do that? And then you can share some of the.
Mine came with illustrations, so.
Yeah, go ahead and share some illustrations.
Cool.
I can. So,
fix my hair for a
Theodore Sturgeon is a very, very. Theodore Sturgeon is a very, very literate writer. It reminded me of Scott Danielson. It reminded me of Dan Simmons a lot because he's a very, very literate writer, and it was very enjoyable on that way. In that way. Yeah, your edition's got some great illustrations with it.
Yeah, and I was telling Noah earlier the one where you see the man with the snake around him, that dude looks like my dad. Like when he was younger, I was just reading. I'm like, what the hell? But there's two parts I wanted to bring up to you first, Noah, and I'll do the cringy one first. Are you aware of a show called Steven Universe?
I have watched parts of it. Yeah, it's where these beings are grown out of crystals, garnet and amethyst, and
And then also what I was noticing the book a lot. There was it was almost like a feminist novel in some ways because there was a lot of gender nonconformity and like with characters like Z trying like kind of early body positivity movement stuff like they're going and like addressing issues like with Kay as well where she didn't want to get made. So it was just kind of like the feminist themes combined with the crystal gems. Sorry, the crystals. It's like oh, there's some kind of echoes and parallels to a Steven Universe. Like I mean, obviously this was way before it, but I just kind of found that like as an interesting thing.
That is interesting. Hey, Moto Hero, in the chat is asking which story is this? This is called The Dreaming Jewels by Theodore Sturgeon. And there's definitely some kind of maybe there's some derivative elements from Steven Universe, just them kind of maybe somebody came in contact with it like that because it is alien jewels that have been created for a while. You know, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's not 1-to-1. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but like there's you can see some echoes.
Yeah, for sure.
And the second part I want to talk to you about, which we kind of talked about too, it's almost not a sci-fi novel. It's more fantasy in a sense. But like at the beginning of the novel, when you're kind of reading all these elements, it felt more like an absurdist novel to me.
Yeah, I didn't get real sci-fi vibes from this at all, to tell you the truth. It definitely hit me as a fantasy novel.
Like the science and like the study, but like just because like the science and study doesn't really means sci-fi, at least to me. But I'm not a sci-fi expert, but I think I'm more on the page with Noah. If I see sci-fi, I want it to be more like how technology influences humans and have these existential thoughts that, you know, like how does this technology affect human behavior later on in a way that we can't manifest or think about right now?
Right. Well, I tell you, I love sci-fi. I really do, and I think that Sturgeon is just like a firmly in the sci-fi realm in his writing. So that's just what it is. Sturgeon is a sci-fi author, but
But
you know, every author is going to branch out. They're going to have things that don't really conform.
oh yeah,
Um,
you've read Other Sturgeon, right?
I have not.
Oh, you have not. Okay,
That's why I jumped in on this for sure because
right.
this was you know, the first Sturgeon, and I had this sitting on my shelf.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna be curious to read his other works because Delaney said like he's just he's just a good author who just happened to write sci-fi. So it just kind of like Delaney in a sense. If you look at him, he doesn't he's sci-fi, but like he doesn't feel like he's all wrapped in the genre of sci-fi. Delaney feels like a perfect middle ground between genre fiction and just literary fiction, and that's just kind of how he describes Sturgeon as well, where it's like he just used sci-fi as a medium.
Yeah, I think it's really cool how you know, the genders were played in this story. It's not overt. It's not like in your face, but it's
No,
just something that they did for certain reasons, and it works to show that Horty is a fluid being. He's
yeah.
not human. He's not he's not human, but he is human because he's whatever he thinks he is.
And like if you think about it, when they put him in the dress, like he did not care about changing to the identity of his girl. And Z like teaching him all this sciences and everything and having him read to make him more human happened after the fact when he already changed his gender, quote unquote.
Hey, Christy, thanks for coming by the live for sure. Hope you're feeling great. And so
Did
Steve
he?
Donahue asked a question, and it's a Sturgeon question for us. Did any parts of this book seem dated to you? And if you hadn't known the author, could you have guessed that it was written decades ago?
Do you want to go first, Noah? I've been talking a bit.
Yeah. Oh, all good. But yeah, as far as is it dated? Um, I don't think anything that's in this novel doesn't apply, or this short novel doesn't apply to modern times. Um, just with the idea that it's dated in the way that there's no use of real technology, uh, the way that we have technology now. So it's apparent that it's an older kind of setting because there's no technology the way that there's technology now. But like Ben said, this is totally fantasy. So there's a lot in this that you know, it just doesn't really date itself. It's not really dated like that. It's just totally alien, totally different and
I
weird.
would say I would say like dated, not dated, but like you can definitely kind of guess that it's set in the 60s or 70s, and a lot a lot of it I would say is because um kind of like some of the stuff and the gender issues that he's trying to address in the book are kind of privy to that time period, especially with Kay and the relation to Armament Blue. That chapter really felt like something from the 60s and 70s. So not dated, but definitely issues of the time. But like Noah said, still relevant to a degree to our time period as well. Maybe just in a different form, or however you like to think about it too. Or maybe
I
not that
think
much
you're
different though. Me too,
I
movement.
think you're exactly right with that. You know, I mean, the issues that come up in it definitely are handled in a way that it you can tell it was written at a, you know, I mean, what, in the '60s when I didn't look up the
Me
publication year
neither.
for this
You know, actually,
Sturgeon
you know, probably
story.
the most dated sequence in the book is when
1950.
50, okay, is when Blue is trying to seduce Kay in like the worst way possible, and like that stand, and like she says like, "Oh yeah, I'll see you later. I'm just not ready right now." And like one of the band members yells out like, "You need to wash your mouth out with bourbon." That's probably like the most dated part of the book.
Yeah, exactly right. So, hey, Steve Fuller, thanks for coming by. Always coming by the live. Lindsay Bartlett is here. Thank you for coming by the live for sure. And Moto Hero says that this was written in 1950 and this is his second novel.
This is really well constructed for a second novel.
Yeah, it is. Very cool. And it's short. So I mean it's something that is wet, something that he could really he probably wrote a lot more and then just distilled it down and got something, a good short novel out of it.
Right.
I really enjoyed it. How about you?
It's a great read. I liked it. I have like two other of his books I'm going to read also.
Very cool. Oh, and the Grim Reader. Thank you for coming by, for sure. Which are the other ones that you're going to read, Ben?
I forget. The other one. Let me see. I don't have it in front of me, but so it's right here. It is Some of Your Blood, which sounds super cheesy, but let's do it. And the other one I can't find right now. I put it somewhere, so I have to go look for it.
Go ahead and show that one again.
Oh yeah. Some of Your Blood. It sounds like a fake teenage horror movie thing, but like Delaney recommends him a lot, so I'm gonna read it. And the Game of is really good.
Yeah, it was a fun read, and the storytelling. I'll say the storytelling was on point. The storytelling is really on point. There's a whole plot of this novel that we didn't even talk about, and it is Horty's childhood friend Kay, this girl, and then when he gets out of the carnival, she's grown up as well, and their paths intertwine in very horrific way. And it's great.
It's all connected, but not in a way that feels forced at all.
That's right. That's the thing that I mean to say when I say that the storytelling is really good. That the connections and the kinds of things that happen in this novel, they don't feel forced at all. They feel natural to the story, and you're just like, whoa. But
and you're not expecting it. There's no like hints to that's going to happen either.
Hey, baby. Thanks for coming by the live. My wife, Emily Clemens.
Oh, nice to meet you, Emily.
And I don't know what sheltering means, except for this, maybe she just read it.
It's your wife, man. I have no idea.
And just because she's my wife doesn't mean I understand her any better than. Very cool.
Put me on the big screen one more time. I have two other books that are similar. I don't know if you've ever heard of Geek Love or The Circus of Dr. Lau. These are other like two Connie books. This one was really similar with the psychic boy and everything like that. And it also had
Catherine Dunn.
Yeah. And the ending was a little weak, unfortunately, but there was a lot of similar elements like the fish man and everything. And this one was super cool and easy read, where it just has a bunch of mythological figures in a circus that comes to Arizona.
Nice.
So it's like I'm building up circus reads for some reason.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, dude, the whole Carney setting there's a lot about this book that's off-putting, and there's, you just kind of, you expect something and you get another all the time in this short work. So I think Sturgeon is one that I will go for more. I will go for more of his work and just see what he does.
Yeah, I like to see if he does more like hard sci-fi. It's kind of just what I gravitate towards more. Not so much the fantasy sci-fi, but like I am definitely going to read more of his, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And also his novels are like they're super fast reads, and like they're super short too. So like you can just blow through. It's not a big time investment.
Right. And like right when I started reading this thing, and you were reading something else.
Lookout
Cartridge. Yeah, you were reading Lookout Cartridge still, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'll just read it, and we can talk about it whenever we want. We don't have to talk about it right now, right? And then I was just texting, I was hitting with you, and I'm like, 2 days later, I'm like, man, I'm moving along in this book, all right. Like, I mean, I don't want to
I
leave you behind,
noticed.
but it's just that kind of thing. And then by the time 5 days or a week was out, I'm like, dude, I'm about to finish this book. This thing,
Yeah.
this thing is just, I don't want to stop reading because it's well done and well told. We don't have to talk about it yet, but just to let you know, I'm about done. And
And I was just sweating bullets, like I gotta finish Lookout Cartridge. I don't understand this damn thing.
did you show the Circus of Dr. Lau?
I did. I can re-show it though.
Steve Donahue is asking where you found a mass market paperback of that. Is that
Oh,
a
Abe
paperback?
books. Yeah. The way I do it. Well, actually, yeah, it was Abe books or Abe books. I always say Abe because Kobe Abe.
Yeah.
But like the way I do it, I go to Abe books. I go to eBay just to double check it because sometimes I found Mason and Dixon on there for $5 one time, and then like obviously I go to Amazon if I just really can't find it.
Nice.
Yeah, and I got that one from a Finnegan's Wake reading group on Facebook. They were asking for a lot of modernist author suggestions, and I stole a bunch of them, and I just ordered a lot of modernist, quote unquote, modernist books last year. Some of them went as modernism, but there was a lot of great stuff like Lanark in there as well.
Nice. So Tom at LA Books is saying that Sturgeon also wrote Venus Plus X, which is more typical speculative sci-fi, really nuts and really good. That is the third book in this series I got
I
here.
gotta buy that
So,
one.
so I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'll go ahead and jump on Venus Plus X because I did enjoy that first book. And Venus Plus X actually is
How long is it?
it's not long, I tell you. So it starts. I got it. It's starting at page 161, and it's going to no.
Yeah, because I just
They
started
they,
Women
they,
and Men today,
they have
so.
their own. They have their own page numbers. So it's 160 pages.
Oh, that's nothing. That's even shorter than Dreaming Jewels.
It's shorter than Dreaming Jewels, and I bet it reads just as easy. Let me tell
Mm-hmm.
you. So Venus Plus X. If you want to grab it, hit me up. Let me know, and we'll buddy read it.
I just started Women and Men, so I sound like.
Oh yeah, I mean down the road.
Yeah.
No
Like,
worries.
and I still have Heinz Kidnap. I'm plugging through. I'm almost halfway through that book, so.
Cool. Well, all good, and yeah. So y'all, I'm gonna have Book Shores, just a channel in the description box. We'll have some fun with it, and check out his channel. He's doing Joseph McElroy's Women and Men right now with a group of readers on Instagram, and I wish I was along for the ride, but I don't have a copy right now.
Oh yeah.
I'll be reading Women and Men maybe July, August, that
Are
time
you
frame.
are you gonna be reading your signed copy, or are you gonna get a different copy to read?
No, I'm gonna read my signed copy. That's gonna be the only
Okay,
copy I got.
cool.
Yep.
The good thing is that we're having a Goodreads discussion group on it where everybody's gonna be posting pretty much every day for it. So like when you're done with it, like all the discussion will happen. So if you want like notes and references, it's all gonna be up there. And I'll say like I talked to Ryan, The Taste of Bad Republic, and George Solis. Man, all three of us already just from the first chapter had slightly like we all had like the same opinion on it, but we already had slightly different takes and like emphases on it too.
Nice. Very cool, man. It's gonna be great. And I love having a resource like that. Steve Donahue says, I reread Women and Men during this live stream.
Liar. Unless you're the synthetic man, that didn't happen.
Does read like a madman.
Does he? Wow.
Yeah, he does. Steve Donahue is a ridiculous reader. So I'm gonna
hey, Recognitions Book Club. I was gonna do JR with you, but I was reading McElroy, so.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it right now either. Recognitions Book Club. So let's buddy read it July, August sometime, and then we'll piggyback on Ben's notes here. Ben and George and the whole read along that's going right now. We'll piggyback on that.
There's a lot of information on that Goodreads. I'll send you the Goodreads link so you can put it in the description also.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Just make it easy. So,
thank you, brother, I appreciate it. All right, there's one other thing I want to do on the live real quick, so I'm gonna let you go, Ben. Thanks for coming by the live, brother.
No problem. Thanks for having me on. Nice meeting everybody. Have a good day, Noah.
This is very fun. Thank you, man.
No problem. My pleasure.
Later. All right. So what I wanted to do just here at the end, if I can, is I'll give you my schedule as far as reading these big books. You know, because I have like a tentative schedule for it, and the people that I'm going to be kind of reading with. Ben is an awesome dude. He's an awesome dude, and we've had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun reading that book together, and you know, he's part of the community now. So I'm going to go through this kind of quick, but if you are interested in jumping in with reading any of these with me, no, Steve, and I mean Steve Fuller, no small books. 2021 is the year of the big book. Yes, that's very cool. Rereading the recognitions. Yeah, he's part of the community now. That's for sure. Ben's a great reader. So I'm just gonna go down the list. And Steve, we are a week away from starting our read along of Thomas Pynchon's Against the Day. Ami at open parentheses, Ami close parentheses is in the group, and then about 7 other people from my from Instagram are in on reading this. We got a group about 8, and I am definitely down to add you if you want. I'm gonna put, let's see, NC. Oh. Let's see if I got it just right. Yep. This is my Voxer. If y'all want to join in any of the read-alongs, just hit me on Voxer there, and I will have it in the description box, and then just say what you want to be in on reading, and I'll add you to reading it. But we have a Voxer going for Against the Day, just to help out, and I would love for you to get in on that, Steve, if you want. And February, that's what's happening. March, The Recognitions by William Gaddis. March, this is going down with Mark Nash and Literature Confidential. I don't know if he is sorry to hear it, Sarah. Community, get in it. I don't know if Literature Confidential is getting into discussion with it as we go through it or whatever, but he's got a great channel. So March, that's what's happening. And then after I do 2 giant postmodern crazy stuff, nice, Lindsay. That means we'll do 2 this year, Lindsay, if you do that. After these 2 big postmoderns here, I figure I might need something that is a little bit of a more straightforward, easier read, And so I'm doing Stephen King's 11/22/63 in April. This is April, and I'm doing this with a friend from Instagram and Scott Bryant, the Bookish Bryants. And I hope that means Becky will be in on this too, but I don't know. I don't know for sure, but we're definitely doing 11/22/63. Wait, sorry. 11/22/63 is Scott Danielson, former shelfware, right? That's it. Just Scott Danielson. And we're going to have a great time with it. What is April? Wait, I'm getting twisted, right? So May is Underworld, Don Delillo. So after I have my little reprieve, Tom Jones, get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, I hear 11/22/63 is so good. So May, I'm doing Don DeLillo's Underworld. This is with an Instagram friend and Scott Bryant from the Bookish Bryants. May. That's when it's going down. For sure. February, March, April, May. And then June, July, August. I don't have for sure plans. June, July, August, I'm gonna do the Chandler Brossard at that point. Wake up, we're almost there. I mean, you are invited, Becky. You definitely are invited, Becky. I I like that. I like that, Starscream. I like that idea. I'm down for that, Melissa. You just hit me on Voxer. Wake Up, We're Almost There by Chandler Brossard. This is the quintessential 60s book. And then As the Wolf Howls at My Door, Mark Richardson's high school gal right there. This is a quintessential 70s book. So I'm going to do a Chandler Brossard focus starting maybe in June. And then I'm doing then I'm doing July and August. I'll probably do Women and Men. I have my little card there because I don't have my edition of Women and Men yet. My edition comes out in March. So it'll be a 2-volume hardcover from Desant Books. Voxer is an app. It's a messaging app. Go ahead and just download Voxer the app, and then you can find me on there. That's for sure. My Voxer will be in the description box. So I don't know how long Women and Men will take me. I got 2 open months there. In September, I'm doing Jerusalem by Alan Moore. This is in September, and this is with Lindsay Bartlett and Scott Bryant. Thank you, Lindsay, for jumping in on this with me. Voxer is easy. Super easy. And Voxer is fun. So Lindsay Bartlett is getting on this, and Scott Bryant from the Bookish Bryants is jumping in on this. Beast. This book is heavy. This book is 1,262 pages. It's just heavier than most. I tell you, this book is heavy. Heavy, baby. Okay. And then October, I'm doing Laura Warholic. Laura Warholic, or The Sexual Intellectual. This is Alexander Thoreaux. And I'm reading this with Sequoia number 7. And I'm reading this in October with an Instagram friend as well. So there's 2 people along with me reading that. And these are not all necessarily, going to be talked about all the time when we read them. I don't need chats going through because I'm going to read at my pace, and I don't want to be beholden to a group and making updates, every couple of chapters or something like that. So, but we will read them at the same time and be kind of, helping each other keep along. Yeah, yeah, Steve. Steve says a lot of the books that I've chosen are genuinely fantastic. I'm looking to have maybe the best reading year of my life for sure. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Scott says he just got his copy of Jerusalem. He can't believe the weight. That book is heavy. It's heavier than most. Yeah, Steve, I am aware of how far it is from now. You know, that's why I got 2 months in there that doesn't have anything scheduled. Um, I'm just gonna go at these at my own pace. This is the kind of thing where I'm trying to have it out there. Um, and then somewhere in there, like in those months that are not scheduled, and then November and December have no schedule. So I'm going to read Foucault's Pendulum at some point, either in uh, August sometime maybe, or in November, December, however it works out. And then I'm gonna read The Tunnel by William Gass, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that uh, at either in August or in November or December. So we'll see. I don't know if I really don't know if I can get through all these big books, but the that is the deal. That is the goal, is to get it. So I'm gonna try, and I'm going to hopefully have the best reading year of my life for sure. Because I love big books. I love postmodern works. I love experimental works, and I love just big books that draw you in and have all that space for you to just get lost in a world, right? Uh, the Tunnel is a good winter read. Yeah, we'll see. Uh, but November, December isn't really winter here for me. My winter in Georgia around Atlanta area is more January and February. I'm more in cold times right now than I have been all year. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate that. Very cool. There is a book called The Key to the Name of the Rose, and I hear that it's wonderful. It's a very short work. I actually have it. I just haven't read it. I haven't read The Name of the Rose, but I've been told by our resident uh, Echo scholar is Jason over at Jason Has Books, and yeah, what will the world be like in November? Who knows? But this very slim little companion to the name of the rose is called The Key to the Name of the Rose, and that's what you want. Just to just to give you just to give you what you need to get through it. But I hear that the name of the rose is good, but Foucault's Pendulum is really where it's at. You know, the name of the rose is like less um, mature. Echo. Very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you, Steve. Thinking of Georgia tonight. Well, I'm thinking of, you know, Steve Donahue. Thanks for coming by, y'all. This was really fun. I hope that y'all had fun and very cool having Ben. I want to thank again Ben at Bookshore for just being doing a buddy read and doing this little live for it. And also, Rainbow Sky Gay and Proud is in the house. I didn't know if you came by this time, brother. Thank you. Thank you very much. And then y'all, thank you very much. Always. Bookish Bryant's, Mark Richardson, Steve Donahue, Scott Danielson, Yasmin at To the Lit House, Summer, Cozy Reading Quaker Cats, Christy Louise, Dostoevsky in Space, Starscream Live, Sarah MG Reads, and Lindsay Bartlett, and I mean, everybody. Nathan Found, always very cool. I love to see people that come by, on the regular because it's validating to me. Lets me know that people really are having a good time and they do like what I'm doing here on Friday nights and having fun. So, Steve Fuller, you're the best, man. You're the best. Oh, look, Chris from the basement was lurking this whole time. Thank you, Chris, for coming by. The room note, Melissa, Melissa, I forget the last name. Ferrer. Melissa, thanks for coming by. Scott and Becky, the Bookish Bryants, of course. Of course. Y'all are the best. Richardson reads. The room note, my baby Emily. She's by just to support the book love, right? So very cool, y'all. Y'all have fun. Have an awesome rest of your evening. Bye bye.